Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Hey, who ordered a nice heaping help side of justice?
That would be me. Right here, please.
Oh my.
Get some!
Who ordered a side of justice for the table?
It was me, Barry!
That's right, kids. Welcome back to Unlimited Justice. And yes, we are not JMD Mateus. I'm sorry. Yes, he got a hold of me a few days ago. He's feeling under the weather, so soon.
Rescheduled, but you get double the trouble and double the fun.
That's right.
Now we don't have to be classy.
Now you got me, Phil, and of course, yes, classy herself. It is.
Hey y'all, it's Lil. Lil and Phil, your internet's favorite fraternal twins.
And of course, we had to come back and make our presence known after Earth 3 took over last week.
Yeah. I hope their transmatter transporter exploded. I don't ever want to see those two again.
I hate those jerks.
Wholesome.
I don't want to make dick jokes.
So wholesome, it made me want to vomit.
No drops. I mean, come on. There we go.
That's more like it. That's the stuff. Right into the veins.
Hey, old.
Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
All right.
Back to normal.
All right, so you're probably saying, well, what the hell are we going to do if JMD Mateus isn't here? Well, there's
always time for justice.
Oh, my. There's always room for justice.
JSAJLA.
On Twitter, JLAJSA. Yeah, so I went to the archive, the list of Lilith's like, we need to do these. Gimme. So, yes. They were talking
I told Phil he could pick his own, but he trusts my judgment. I don't know why on these choices. So.
Well, again, in 2 episodes, I'm forcing you into that crossover with that madman William Allred.
Because he, of course, loves Hal Jordan.
Of course
That's what makes him the madman.
Oh, yeah.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Seems like they're not invading their orifices.
What?
They're not invading his orifices.
Oh, here's the drop, the 2-part drop that.
I hope it's going somewhere nice. They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
The live reads. So I picked that, and I'm like, hey, we haven't done any JSA in a while, so I picked 2 Secret Origins issues.
Ooh.
From Lilith's list. Secret Origins number 9 and number 18. So.
Very good choices.
Yes. So, should we jump in?
Let's dive right in, shall we?
Hey, all right. Secret Origins, Volume 2, number 9 from December 1986. A month that will go down in infamy. All right. So we get 2 stories in this. The first one, for all you Stargirl fans, The Secret Origin of the Star-Spangled Kid in Stripesy.
Oh, man, look at that cover.
I know.
They don't make them like that anymore.
So the first story, written by Roy Thomas, penciler Tom Greinberg, inker Mike Gustavich, colorist Carl Gafford, letterer David Cody Weiss, and editor Robert Greenberg.
Shout out to the cover artist Tom Greenberg and Pablo Marcos, by the way, too.
So yes, this one at Stellar Studios on the set of
and don't forget it's a Legends crossover, allegedly.
Wait, this one? Oh, how the hell was that a Legends crossover?
I don't know, but that's what it says on the cover.
Because most of this is, Origin. It's flashback. G. Gordon Godfrey shows up in the 40s. Yeah, Stellar Studios on the set of a Western movie, Skyman and Nucleon were discussing their new superhero names with Brainwave Jr., who was Skyman's nephew.
Brainwave.
Junior.
Brainiac's losing his stuff right now somewhere.
The Brainiac somewhere going,
What the F?
it's Brainwave Jr. Nucleon commented that he would always remember Sylvester as the Star-Spangled Kid. Next, Brainwave and Nucleon asked Skyman how old he was when he and Pat Dugan teamed up. Skyman responded that he was in his early teens and said that he remembered the day he met Dugan as if it were yesterday. Okay, I'm sorry, but I mean, Skyman, I mean, it sounds like you're really,
It was like a big deal. They crossed the name out and everything.
I mean, you would...
Everyone loves cocaine.
Lucy's diamond in the sky. Yes, sir.
Seriously. All right, in 1941 in New York City, some Germans were watching an American film encouraging opposition against Nazism, fascism, and Japanese imperialism. Later, the Nazi sympathizers expressed their support for the Nazis and their disdain for America. Well, thank God we don't have any of that anymore.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Meanwhile, Sylvester, a young boy at the time who bought himself a box seat for himself at the theater.
You don't want to know what he did for that money. That 1940s money? No.
Oh my. Here's a nickel for you, kid.
Exactly.
You've never lived until Maz
He was spit shining boots all day, if you know what I'm saying.
Whoa! Polishing those belt buckles? Okay. Stormed out and returned to his home. When Sylvester returned home, he received a beating from his father, John, due to his overprotectiveness. Whoa. Oh.
Yes, a beating because he was overprotective.
I'll learn you. Back on the balcony of the theater, Pat Dugan overheard the Nazi sympathizers converse, prompting him to swoop down and attack them. After fighting the Nazis, the police arrived to arrest them. Then Pat picked up a telegram that was carried by one of the Nazis with a message listed below. Later, Sylvester was called back to the theater to give a statement. Sylvester examined the telegram and deduced that it was written in some kind of code. When Sylvester gave his statement to the police, one of the officers said that the Nazis would most likely be released after a light punishment.
More things change, more things stay the same.
Later, another officer told Pat that he wished that the American flag would come to life and get revenge on the Nazis for insulting their country.
Oh, boy. Interesting.
Talking about smoking a doobie. After conversing with the police, Pat and Sylvester both had ideas. Sylvester borrowed his father's limousine, and Pat used his garage as his hideout. Later,
yeah, because a limo's not inconspicuous at all.
No, it's the 40s. All the rich mass men are using their limos low.
Green Hornet somewhere screaming and crying and throwing up right now.
Batman, Green Arrow, Green Hornet. Later, Sylvester, wearing a blue suit covered in stripes and red pants, arrived at the main hangar of Flower Field and attacked 2 Nazi spies. Sylvester referred to himself to the Nazis as the Star-Spangled Kid. Meanwhile, Pat arrived in his car at the airfield. He exited his car and learned that the Star-Spangled Kid had defeated the Nazis and were left for the police. Suddenly, Dugan noticed one of the Nazi spies from the theater sneak out from behind him. Dugan believed that the Star-Spangled Kid was incompetent for failing to capture the Nazi and decided to follow the Nazi himself to Woody Hills Tennis Club.
Oh, yeah, that's a front, if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Penis Club or Penis Club?
Whoa! Woody Hills Tennis Club, man. Watch out for that backhand. Hello. The Nazi was meeting up with one of his colleagues, informing him about the Star-Spangled Kid and that he still had the dynamite needed to use on the stadium. Suddenly, Dugan emerged and attacked the Nazis, one of whom mistook him for the Star-Spangled Kid.
I'm not Stars, I'm Stripesy, see?
Dugan referred to himself as Stripesy and beat up the Nazis.
It's like, now you know my name.
Call me
Getting his Will
Alfred.
Smith on.
Oh,
That'll be funny for at least another week. So
that's
if
what
you're
funny
listening
about
to this in the future, I'm sorry.
that. Oh my.
We're post Oscars 2022. God, I almost said 2021.
No, leave him alone. He was between a rock and a Jada place. Hell. Nah, man, miss my place.
Teach
yeah,
him
he
a lesson, I think.
referred to himself as Stripesy and beat up the Nazis. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Star-Spangled Kid heard news of the fight at Woody Hills Tennis
How are
Stadium.
they hearing all this news?
Heard about that, Woody?
On the radio?
Yeah, see? Please, there's nothing else going on in 1941. Come on.
Only a war. It's fine.
There's a big rumble, say. And arrived there to learn that Stripesy had defeated the Nazis and turned them into the police. The Star-Spangled Kid thought that Stripesy got the idea of fighting Nazis from him and that he wanted to get hold of him and teach him a lesson. Meanwhile, in a Nazi hideout, some Nazi spies were reporting their failures to their lieutenant. On his radio, the Star-Spangled Kid heard that Nazi agents were attacking Trubert's brewery.
Not the brewery! Whoop their asses! Not the brewery!
The young vigilante arrived at the brewery and
This is the most relatable origin story I've ever heard.
Oh my god! And now he's getting beat up by drunken Nazis. Defeated, who placed him next to Stripesy, who was also defeated. The Nazi spies intended to demolish the brewery, taking the two vigilantes with them. The Nazis left the two vigilantes alone at the brewery, where the two bickered at first. However, the two heroes decided to work together to escape. The two broke a pressure valve on the boiler room and used it to cut the glass to cut them free of the rope that held them. I love how he stands on Stripesy's back, you know.
We know who's the bottom in the relationship for sure.
Hey, I was gonna say, I love. He's like, oh, okay. What else do I have left to lose?
Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
Yeah, they used the glass to cut the rope that held them. The two escaped to learn that the Star-Spangled Kid's father's car had been stolen by the Nazis. Much to Stripesy's dismay, he drove himself and the younger hero to the 4th of July fireworks display at Central Park Lake. Of course, patriotic, dressed as patriots. What do you think? When this 4th of July, of course. During their
Born
trip,
on the 4th of July!
Stripesy revealed that his car was an airplane car hybrid that he worked on.
We have those now, but I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah, especially with you in the car now.
Hey!
You're bad luck in cars. When the two heroes arrived, they learned that the Nazis planned to put their dynamite in the fireworks. The two... That's kind of...
I mean, it's the same difference. What?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's kind of redundant. They put more dynamite in the fireworks.
Okay.
We doubled those M80s.
I mean, that's just what we do in Florida.
Hey, get her done. The two heroes attacked the Nazis with their fists in the fireworks. The explosions attracted the attention of nearby police officers who arrested the Nazis. Afterwards, the two heroes decided to become partners. They would go on to fight such villains as Dr. Weird, W-E-E-R-D. So cross between Weird and Weed. Oh my god, that's your supervillain name, Dr. Weed. And the Needle.
Yep, phallic.
And join other superheroes in teams such as the Seven Soldiers of Victory and the All-Star Squadron. The Seven Soldiers of Victory, when you just need for no reason to create a superhero team.
Just for the hell of it. And it's like, isn't there like 3 different teams of Soldiers of Victory or whatever?
Something like that. The original money grab.
Yeah, there's like, I know this one is the first incarnation that they joined, but there's like 2 more, I think.
Yeah,
which just makes it even worse.
I know. A few years after the war, the Seven Soldiers of Victory were defeated by the Nebula Man and hurled into a time
Kill yourself. You got defeated by Nebula Man. You might as well have got beat up by Macandale. That's the Macandale version in the DC.
and hurled into a time warp so that we could bring them into the modern books until they were saved by the Justice Society and Justice League. After that, Stripesy retired and the Star Spangled Kid joined the JSA fighting against the Ultra Humanite and Brainwave Senior. One day, Sylvester decided to retire the name Star Spangled Kid and take up the name Skyman. In the present, Fury arrived to join Skyman, Nucleon, Brainwave Jr., Jade, Obsidian, Wildcat, Northwind. What did I wrong? Oh, stuck with that name. And Dr. Midnight. Dr. Mid-Night. For a meeting, Fury informed them that the Silver Scarab had left the team, so you'll go buy that All-Star Squadron book.
Hector Hall. Poor Hector Hall.
All
That's
right.
the Silver Scarab, if you don't know, kids. Mama loves a good Golden Age story.
Hey, that's right. So, thoughts on the first story?
And we never saw Skyman again? Right? So it's just my imagination?
I'm like, where did you pull Skyman out of? It's like, really?
And he still had the stars and stripes, so it just didn't even make sense.
It should have been like Captain Patriot or something, you know.
Well, we go on later to have all that, steel
I
and
know.
all that stuff, so.
But I'm like, Skyman? That's so vague.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those knockoff, back in the day, bootleg third-rate comic book characters that were always trying to make fun of DC and Marvel.
No, yeah.
Skyman!
And the only thing, sounds like one of those generic video games.
Earth Gal! Fire Lad! That kind of thing.
Cup Boy! But again, the only thing missing from this story was like, hey, kids, go buy a war bond, see? Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't do that.
I mean, if this had originally been written in 1941, it definitely would have been, but...
Like, just for the kids, poops and giggles, they should have done it.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, it's weird, but that's how Origins, especially for JSA, kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Speaking of which, should we get to the second one? Jay Garrick's origin?
Well, which is kind of funny because, Flash is on the cover of this one.
Yeah. Well, again, they're going to put the bigger name,
The old bait and switch.
So it's like, who's Skyman?
Exactly. Let's get to 18, I guess. That's fine.
Oh, no. No, Jay's in this one.
I know. I'm just saying, he's not the first story.
Oh, yeah. The secret origin of the Golden Age Flash.
Woohoo.
Where is the credits? Come on, let me find the credits for Jay. Roy Thomas again, writer, penciler George Tuska, inker Jerry Acerno, colorist Carl Gafford, letterer David Cody Wise, and editor Roy Thomas editing himself.
That tracks.
All right. So yes, secret origin of the Golden Age Flash. Oh God. Jay Garrick was telling Jonathan Law the tarantula.
Yikes.
You'll see him later in Nightwing, kids.
Wait a minute. Cyborgs. I forgot Cyborg stole Jay Garrick's backstory. I totally forgot about that until just now.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because he's telling the tarantula about how he went from being a college football player to a speed.
Wait a minute, did he steal his origin from? No, couldn't have. I was gonna say, wait a minute, does Flash steal this one from? DC, you might want to call Marvel.
From who?
Flash, football star, over in the Spider-Man verse.
Well, Jay Garrick was way before Flash Thompson.
That's what I'm saying. You might want to go get your money, DC. You ruined Captain Marvel, both of them, so you might as well just give them hell on the Flash thing, too.
Everybody ripped off Jay Garrick.
Yeah.
One day, when Jay was a science student at Midwestern University, he approached Joan Williams and asked her about
How generic is that?
Somewhere. Like Central City. He approached Joan Williams and asked her about their date for the Victory Dance.
Oh, they're going steady. He gave her a pin and everything.
That's not the only V he was thinking about.
Hey-oh. Victory, eh?
Joan, however, told Jay that although he asked her out first, she would be going with Bull Tryon, the captain of the football team.
Excuse me?
Man, they Liz Allen'd her. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, she wanted to date the captain. I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
what? Because she believed that Garrick performed poorly as a football player. Oh,
Yeah, like I said, I ain't saying she a gold digger.
questioning his performance. Coach Russell.
Gotta rub
Russell
that
up some feedback, Russell.
Gotta rub that one in.
Coach Russell would refer to Jay as a leadfoot during their games and scold him for his poor performance on the field, and that he would not have made the team if the team had not been performing poorly as well. Okay, so is that like a comic code version of he's a lead ass?
Yes, it is.
While Jay played on Midwestern's football team, he also worked with Professor Hughes in the university's science labs.
Okay, see, you shouldn't get rewarded for smoking cigarettes and get superhero powers. That I will have to disagree with.
Well, it's 1940.
I know they ate it for breakfast. I know.
I'm surprised the cigarette didn't give him his superpowers. Oh my. So yeah. Jay. Yeah. When Jay was at the lab at 3 a.m., he lit up a cigarette,
Smoked a doobie.
and accidentally knocked over.
I think he was being handsome, quite honestly. Because who's at a lab unless you want privacy at 3 a.m.?
Hey-o. And knocked over a bottle of hard water,
Releasing some gases, which he inhaled. Yep, smoked a doobie.
Oh my God. This is your origin story. He's smoking at 3 a.m. and getting the hard water. Oh my God.
So somebody get White Claw on the line.
Yeah, you're drinking the hard water and smoking at 3 a.m. This is you. And accidentally, yes, releasing gases which he inhaled. Yes, accidentally inhaled. The next morning, the professor came to the lab and found Jay unconscious on the floor.
Oh, he was only unconscious for 2 weeks, not 9 months. Suck it, Barry.
Oh, well, it was hard water. Hey, it's hard water, not
lightning
strike, you know. Hard water gave him football skills. Yeah, the professor found Jay unconscious on the floor. Next, Jay was taken to the hospital where he remained in a coma.
Bro, I'll never be over the fact that they had to CGI him some abs. Like, I'll never be over it.
Oh my.
Right then and there, I knew I should have never got my hopes.
For the next week, Jay remained in the hospital, but one day he got up, looked out the window, and saw Joan getting off of a bus. Jay rushed through the hospital to meet Joan.
Talk about being somebody's lightning rod, am I right, ladies?
I told you, be for victory. Man, she raising the dead.
Superior puss. I'll allow it this one time on the DC feed without objection.
Thank you. Realizing that he had gained superhuman speed abilities, when he arrived to meet Joan, she wondered how he was able to.
Whoa! That's not a good thing. Finish the sentence, Philip.
She wondered how he was able to come so fast.
Come.
I'm gonna need that as a drop, please.
Come.
Jay then rushed into the
That's
library.
23:59. I need that drop, editing Phil.
Come.
Jay then rushed into the library and returned with a copy of Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. Yes, Gone with the Wind.
Bad taste. Boo.
Next, Jay explained to Joan that he received superhuman speed. He within
He's
5
trying
minutes.
to get lucky. He don't even care, bro.
I know. I'm telling you, superior. He's like, oh yeah, guess what? I got super speed.
She's like, yeah. Let's see if you can win a football game.
After the accident in the lab 3 weeks prior, and asked her to go to the post-game dance over the weekend. Joan said that she would go to the dance with him only if he played in the game.
He says she's a gold digger.
During the game, Midwestern was losing by 2 points, and Bull Tryon was injured during the game. Coach Russell
Wild like an animal.
realized
Where's the Joker Nuggets?
Where's the Joker Nuggets?
where's the hard water.
He has to take it like spinach, like Popeye takes spinach.
It's so
Wouldn't that have been-
salty.
I mean, I guess that's where V9 kind of comes from, honestly, but
Probably.
It's so salty.
I don't think you're drinking the right thing.
Hey, oh, I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
Coach Russell, realizing he had no other choice, ordered Jay to take Tryon's place.
Get your head in the game.
Much to the dismay of the team. Joan watched the game from the seats as her friend Carol doubted Jay's abilities. Tom, one of Jay's teammates, and another player scoffed at the idea of Jay replacing Tryon. However, when the opposing team's quarterback threw the football, Jay intercepted it and rushed past the other players to the end zone, scoring a touchdown. After the game, Coach Russell said that he looked forward to having Jay help them win the rest of their season. However, Jay decided to quit the team as he believed that he would provide an unfair advantage to them with his powers. That night, Jay was listening to a report on the radio about Britain and France's declaration of war on Nazi Germany. As Jay heard this, he thought that he needed to use his speed to do more than just play football. His speed did last, and Joan kept his secret until they graduated. After graduation, Joan introduced Jay to her father, Major Williams.
Arthur Williams, for those that know, you know.
Oh, my. And told her friend that she would be going to Washington to assist her father in his bomb site research, much to Jay's disappointment. One evening, Jay was reading the Philadelphia Courier, learning that Philadelphia's crime wave response. Jay decided to become a costume crime fighter using his speed. One day, Jay decided to take a break.
But he didn't put a face mask on? Okay.
He can vibrate.
You did play football. Even if you were crappy, people kind of knew who you were.
You get the vibrating face, and you get the vibrating
You
face.
get a vibrating hand, and you get a vibrating hand.
Okay, if you say so.
One day, Jay decided to take a break from being a hero. For recreation, Jay decided to secretly play tennis on the Coleman campus. After one of his games, Joan visited Jay and told him that her father had been kidnapped because a group called the Faultless Four kidnapped him for not giving
Not to be confused with anything.
They're fantastic. And kidnapped him for not giving them the secret of his bomb site. Suddenly,
Wait a minute. Has DC been trying to tell us that Fantastic Four is evil this whole time?
Or were they like a less popular Sinister Six? Man, Stan loved his groups, man. Fantastic Four, Sinister Six. His alliteration and his numbers.
And worst of all, Sinister Six.
Excelsior!
Oh,
no, actually, worst of all, Fantastic Five. No shade.
Tune in to Super Connectivity, kids. We might mention some Sinister Six on more when we talk Morbius.
Dodged a bullet. Thank you for moving it one last time, Sony. Thank you for moving it.
End credit scenes, that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
That's an interesting artistic choice.
If by interesting you mean poop.
Oh! All right, so if he hasn't impressed Joan enough, suddenly a gunman attempts to shoot Joan, but before the bullet could hit her, Jay quickly caught it.
Took it in the face for her, bro.
Oh my!
That's
No, I was gonna
love
say,
right there.
if that's not a panty dropper, I don't know what is, man. You catch a bullet that's gonna hit you, hit her. Come on.
I mean, that's almost as sexy as catching an arrow. Almost.
Hey, an arrow's bigger. It's harder to catch a bullet. It's small.
Who caught a bullet in their teeth? Like, magicians have been catching bullets in their teeth for years at this point, bro. Arrows are sexier.
Oh my. Lilith likes them long.
Hello.
It's
no secret.
It's always phallic with her. It's always phallic with you, doesn't it? Always.
I blame Wattpad and Archive of Our Own.
What?
I blame Wattpad and Archive of Our Own. They twisted me as a small child.
Talking about meat is so natural for Lilith.
I'm
a
just trying to keep
sucker
up with the
for a guy
Sausage
with
King.
a powerful rod.
Oh, Sausage King. Yes.
Sausage Man. Sausage Man.
Ray's not gonna hear this.
I mean, he might. There's no,
Oh, there's no Batman.
Can you bleep it so he can listen to it? There's no Batman. He's safe here.
Batman, my favorite character.
It's a load of meat.
Meanwhile, at the
That's what
meeting,
Jones about to say.
Meanwhile, at the meeting place of the Faultless Four, Duriel, the man who attempted to kill Joan, announced that he intended to tell Major Williams that his daughter had been killed, hoping to make the officer break his silence. Duriel came to Major Williams and told him that his daughter had been killed. The Major, however, did not believe Duriel. To prove that Joan was dead, Cyril Satan, the leader of the Faultless Four, when your last name's Satan, yeah, your life has probably been planned out for eBay.
Talk about your destiny.
I know.
It's a stage name. It's fine. He'll be okay.
But he ordered Doriel to bring the corpse to her father. When Doriel arrived, he saw Jay and asked him to bring him to Joan. Jay came in and showed Joan to Doriel, who was shocked to find that she was alive and claimed that he had found the wrong Joan Williams and rushed away in his car. Then Jay rushed, following Duriel's car to the meeting place of the Faultless Four. At the hideout, Cyril Satan was lashing out at Duriel for failing to kill Joan. Suddenly, Jay broke into the window, causing the criminals to shoot bullets at him, which were all caught by the speedster.
Wait a minute. Did Superman steal stuff from him too?
I don't know. Superman came in 38. Jay was in 40, so...
Yeah, but we hadn't established Lois's dad or anything at that point either. So that's what I mean.
Everyone was ripping off. Yeah. Everyone makes a big deal about Superman being first, but yeah, it seems like everyone.
He was very. Look, if we're honest, he really didn't get fleshed out to the 50s, and even in the 50s, he was like fighting aliens.
Yeah.
Even Batman was fighting aliens in the 50s. The 50s were a weird time, bro.
Oh, please. If Jay had debuted later, I don't think there would have been a Barry Allen.
Yeah. We all know. Trust me, we all know.
No. Jay found Major Williams and rushed away with him to the Williams residence, reuniting him with his daughter. Suddenly, the speedster disappeared, much to the Major's... Okay, he caught bullets and saved Joan and brought her father back. I mean, come on.
Joan's a tough nut to crack. Hey-oh.
Jay, who suspected that the Faultless Four had something planned at the beach, lurked around until a fighter plane piloted by Duriel swooped down and attacked Jay, who quickly transformed into his hero guise and caught the bull. Well, big whoop, he had to put a helmet on. And caught the...
He did the Wonder Woman spin around, bro. Grabbed his helmet from his butt and he's like, let's do this.
Jake Garrick. And he caught the bullets from the plane. Duriel, who referred to the speedster as the Flash.
Oh, when the villain gives you your name. Oh, boo. Tomato.
Okay, Russell, here you go. Yeah, that's like when some random soldier just goes, we're going to find that Hulk.
He's not wrong on that. He's not wrong. I'll side with him on this one thing.
What's worth it?
Hold on.
Whoa!
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, kids, it's what's worse than that? You know, when some random person says, "Oh man, look at that thing." Poor Ben Grimm. So yeah, Duriel gave him his name as the Flash. Flew back to his teammates to warn them. Jay followed the plane, the Keystone City, where the Faultless Four had relocated. Cyril Satan, who had anticipated the Flash's arrival, activated an electric trap, which failed to harm the Flash, but instead electrocuted 3 of his colleagues. when the booby trap backfires.
Yeesh.
Electric. Well, I guess we're the faultless one now.
Ooh.
Next, Cyril Satan attempted to escape in his car, but the Flash caught up to him and caused his car to swerve off a cliff to his apparent death.
He didn't
Yes,
have to save him.
Kids, that's why Lilith loves the golden age, man. We were every issue ended with some villain meeting his untimely end.
Well, that's what you get for doing evil.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, nobody does it like Batman though. Just crushing them in the recycler, letting them choke from the bat plane. Just chef's kiss to old school Batman.
Who was writing these golden age issues? Paul Rudd. People were going off cliffs every week. Yes, that was a Mac and Me joke. You're welcome. Oh my God, did you hear the latest Conan episode? Paul Rudd was on there and they were talking about that, and they started playing it again. And Conan's like, "Oh my God, you did it to me on my podcast."
That's hilarious.
Later on, Jay would find himself becoming a member of the Justice Society of America and married to Joan and having a child together.
That got retconned out of existence because why would we have Barry Allen if Jay has a kid? They have a dog. They don't have a child. If you know, you know.
So they retconned him into becoming Lilith Hellfire. Okay.
I mean, honestly, that's the smartest thing you can do as a superhero. Honestly, you shouldn't even be married. If you have nothing they can use against you, no leverage.
Again, Lilith.
Superior puss.
Gotta put a ring on it. Joan ain't that type of girl.
Gold digger. Oh, please, Lilith. It was 1940. I'm sure he didn't get any of that superior puss until he married her.
Yeah, I totally get it. But she, you know, it could be worse. She could have just been hangry all the time.
Oh, Iris.
Yeah. Man, I swear, if you go scroll back and find those, she was hungry every issue.
Oh, those first couple Barry issues. I know.
It was like the first 10 that he is always taking that broad out to lunch.
Or she was like, "What? You didn't bring me any food?"
So I thought a way to a man's heart was food through his stomach, but no. Iris West loves food. Pass it on.
So I guess 40s you had to put a ring on it. 50s you had to put a ring on it.
You had to put some meat in it.
Ayo! I was just gonna say put a ring on it and give her a cheeseburger, but
give her a Snickers. She's not herself when she's hungry.
Oh my!
Make it a 2-page ad at the bottom.
Talking about meat is so natural for Lilith.
I know you're still not over that Snickers ad.
I'll never be over it. That and the Twix ads, I swear.
They threw those those Wonder Woman ads in there.
Well, that escalated quickly.
I mean, nobody read the room, really? Okay.
It was New 52. You really think they read the room?
Touche, sir. Touche.
All right. So, what did you think of this one, Lilith?
You know, Skyman can go fall off a cliff, but I like the Flash origin.
Oh my. So Star Spangled Kid's story is a retcon of his origin in Star Spangled Comics 1.
Yeah. Which is superior, honestly.
Yes, and Flash is also a retcon. Both of the stories in this issue were reprinted in Last Days of the Justice Society of America.
Which I have somewhere around here.
In which we covered. So the second appearance of Sylvester Pemberton's new superhero identity as Skyman following Infinity Inc. 31.
Mm-hmm.
The flashback appearances of the Earth 2 Green Arrow and Speedy are anachronistic as they never existed in post-crisis New Earth continuity.
Sure.
Well, I was like, yeah.
Whatever you say, Chief.
Oh my. All right.
Where's DC's handbook? Let me go find this. I have 8 of those damn encyclopedias.
Now it all matters.
No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
I know.
Psycho Pirate, fix it.
I thought it would have been more interesting if everyone remembered pre-crisis. Just like, oh yeah, man, I remember I had an old friend, but he got wiped from existence.
Supergirl's like, they fridged me again?
Yeah, they'll bring her back as a teenager in a mini skirt and with her in a belly shirt.
You know, honestly, it plays better in animation than it does.
Oh yeah.
In live action and comic books. So
yeah.
But I'll never get over Supergirl wearing tights. Sorry, Melissa. I love you like a sister, but I never got over that at that point.
Well, I think it was just such a big, she started with the skirt and then she went with the full suit. I mean, if she had started,
And she only went with the suit because Captain Marvel. Like, we're just gonna be honest about that, right?
Oh, really?
If you know, you know. Yeah, pretty much confirmed it. So.
Well, I mean, aren't you the one who's always saying never go full Brie Larson?
And no shade to her. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but sometimes celebrities just need to shut the hell up.
That's what I say. It's like you're
Come on, Monica Rambeau, save the Captain Marvel franchise.
If you're a celebrity, or even if you have your own business, no one should know what your politics are or your, a lot of your thoughts. It's just
shut up and look pretty. Just be a Esser. Just be a Charlie Esser. Be glad to be there.
Oh my.
He says it all the time. Don't at me. He's not gonna hear this. It's DC. He's not gonna hear this. I'm that
kind of freak.
Although, if I say ambush bug, maybe he will.
We'll weird see. With me now.
We'll see.
Weird with me now.
Oh, he loves ambush bug.
I know. So say it 3 times. He'll be like, I heard you said ambush bug.
I got pregnant.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm uncancelable.
That is my favorite drop.
I know. Oh no, you mean it's not.
Give your wife something.
That was when we were doing the Blue Chew.
Yes.
That was perfect. But since we're not pursuing sponsors at the moment.
Sorry to make you listen to all this, Lilith.
All right, so you want to get the Secret Origins 18?
Let's do it.
All right, September 1987. Got Alan Scott this time and the Creeper.
The Creeper.
It's so funny because this one they have a synopsis for Alan Scott's story, but they don't have one for the Creeper.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
So, well, I appreciated this. I mean, I'm sure this is what the story was, but I've never read a version of the Creeper's origin, so.
And I guess you never will.
Well, no, I read the actual comic.
I'm just teasing.
The
Creeper is so niche.
I know.
Such a deep cut.
So Jack Ryder gets and
it's they screw Bill Finger every time.
I need that as a
Anytime
drop.
they can screw Bill Finger, they're gonna do it. First of all, that's something about DC you just gotta know going in.
In the butt is fine.
I know, poor Bill Finger, man. I mean, Bob Kane took credit for all that for how long?
They're just yeah, pipe down, Bill Finger. You don't matter.
I mean, back then, man. Well, they didn't want to pay. They didn't want to be paying out anything they didn't have to be paying out.
So true.
He could have been on that red carpet, Batman '89 when Bob Kane was making the rounds and stuff.
He finally got his justice, so I hope his kids are actually still seeing the money and stuff. So
I know. It would have been nice if he was still alive, though.
Well, that's how it goes.
That's true.
They only love you when you're gone.
But yeah, this Creeper origin is just so the bad guys drug him up and just dress him up in that costume, and rich people just beat on him.
Are we sure that's not Batman?
Oh my. And then there's that implant where he just has to touch it. So are we saying the Creeper is just a permanent drug induced I mean, what kind of good drugs are those, love?
I guess the same kind Morbius takes. I don't know.
Oh no, he gets all on blood.
Blue blood.
Oh God. Oh.
Sorry, spoilers.
No, I saw it. I'm just
No, I mean for anybody who hasn't that wanted to. That was for the PG-13 rating, obviously, but yeah, still hashtag not over it.
Only for a while. And they're definitely setting up a sequel.
See how that works out.
Somebody opening their eyes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I had somebody ask me if the Creeper and the Joker were the same, and I'm like, you shut your filthy mouth! Do some research! Yes, it was the same person that said Hulk could beat Superman, so don't worry about it. I no longer speak to that person.
Like an animal.
Oh, one of your himbos. Okay.
It's like, you just go away now.
I hope it was worth it, love.
Didn't even get that far, thank God.
Oh!
Although the Justice League did do episode with the Creeper, if I remember right.
Oh, we'll get there eventually then.
Yeah. That one is actually my favorite kind of like depiction of Creeper. It's not this.
Yeah, I remember. I was always like, "What's the Creeper's deal?" But so basically,
but he wants to be so moral and heroic, but like,
I mean, just from this story, it seems like drugs gave Jack Ryder a split personality.
Yeah, little Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for sure. But also, I think I like Justice League's version because he has like kind of the Kraven the Hunter outfit going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say he almost seems like Deadpool if you run him through like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, that's a good summation actually.
All right. So do you want to get to the Alan Scott origin?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, because yes, this one actually has
Do we even need to retcon this? I mean, nobody really cares about this guy, so.
Well, I wonder if like after Crisis, if they're just like, you know what, we haven't done the origins of the JSA for a while.
I mean, he doesn't even really count. Like, if we're being honest.
And again, it's like, I mean, maybe they didn't know at this point, but why are we bothering to update the JSA if we're going to throw him into limbo anyway?
Yeah, they clearly didn't know yet.
All right, 2,000 years ago. Let me do the credits if I can find them. Oh wait, here. Let me do the Creeper one too. Even though there wasn't synopsis. Andrew Helfer and Keith Giffen writers on that Creeper. Keith Giffen penciler, inker Rick Bryant, Carl Gafford colorist.
Hey, John Costanza.
Yes, that's right. And Greg Wiseman and Roy Thomas editors.
This cover is also better than the other one too. It's not so.
Yeah. This is going to be our episode cover art. Yes. Where's the Alan Scott? Here we go. Yes, A Secret Origin of the Golden Age, The Tale of the Green Lantern, writer Roy Thomas, penciler George Freeman, inker George Freeman, colorist Anthony Tollin, letterers Gene Simic, and editor Roy Thomas.
He was a busy boy.
Man, Secret Origins, man, they let him.
I think he made his living off of that. He still gets a shekel. He's probably getting a shekel for saying it right now.
Editing his own stuff.
Okay, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. They can't all be Denny.
True. All right, so this one, 2,000 years ago, a green meteor came to Earth and landed in the provinces of China. An aging occultist named Chang.
Because that's not racist.
Well, again, we're retelling a 1940s story, so.
It's still the 80s, and the 80s were kind of messed up.
Everyone was Chang in China, and everyone was Juan in Mexico. I get it. Yes, Chang discovered the meteor and listened to its spectral promises of death, life, and power each time the green flame of life flared. Cutting away a portion of the alien rock, Chang fashioned it into a small lamp. The neighboring villagers distrusted the sorcerer, and before long, a mob gathered together and killed him. The flame of life fulfilled the first of its prophecies by killing Chang's assailants.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy. This is bad.
And they've even mentioned the meteor, aka the Star Heart that the Guardians try to imprison all magic in.
Yeah.
God. Damn blue people. The lamp traveled across the globe for centuries until it eventually fell into the hands of a mental patient named Billings. Billings remodeled the lamp into the shape of a train conductor's lantern. The green flame of life flared again.
He likes trains.
I like.
We'll call him Sheldon.
True.
Bazinga!
And mystically restored Billing's sanity, granting him a new lease on life. As promised, the second of 3 prophecies had been fulfilled. Only a few short years later, the Flame of Life fulfilled the third part of its prophecy. Engineer Alan Scott and his colleague Jimmy.
His colleague.
Oh, yes. That will be retconned in a couple decades, yeah. Traveled aboard a train across the American Midwest. Alan is
Okay, hold on 1 second. See, like back in the day, the Midwest was not flyover states for superheroes. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I found it very interesting, honestly, as, you know, America has gotten basically to just be bi-coastal and nothing in the middle matters. Back in the day, the middle mattered.
Yeah, they wanted average people to get superpowers.
Although the Iowa thing, when it comes to voting, we can let that go as a tradition. I'm sorry. New Hampshire, too. You can go.
Louisiana.
That's always interesting. As long as Bobby Jindal just stays the hell out of the public eye, I'll allow Louisiana to still be a thing.
But there's those states you never hear anything about, like North Dakota, South Dakota.
You know, as educated as I am, I still can never remember which one has the freaking monument in it. Because it doesn't matter. Why are there 2 states? It should be 1. It should just be the Dakotas.
Yeah.
Like, they don't need 2 states. They don't even have enough people to populate 1 state. Like, let's be honest. I'm sorry if you're from one of the Dakotas. Same thing with Carolinas. It only needs to be 1. They share a football team. That's all you need to know.
Lilith, certain parties needed more representatives.
Oh, I know. Redlining's always been a thing. Gerrymandering always been a thing. I get it. Sorry.
Alan, that's okay. Alan is present to inspect the recently designed trestle bridge. Again, random. Alan recently outbid a rival engineer named Albert Decker for the trestle bridge contract, and Jimmy is concerned that Decker might...
Sorry.
Well, what a great audience you guys are. That Decker might try to sabotage the bridge's test trial. Alan assures him that there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, now you know there's something to worry about.
And again, Jimmy, you know, it's like, you could be serious without your pants on.
Shout out to Jimmy actually becoming like another Jimmy Fallon and whatever the other Jimmy got, Jimmy Kimmel. Like, it's funny because in the South Park universe, post-COVID thing, he actually becomes a late night. And I was like, it's only because his name is Jimmy. Because even James Corrigan is technically a Jimmy. I'm just saying it's a conspiracy theory. And one day I will talk about it on the Patreon.
Oh, my.
That's why they had to get rid of Conan,
see? Things I've done.
What?
That's why they had to get rid of Conan, see?
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Wasn't it Jimmy?
A lot of red string in her house, kids.
I pretty much owned the little 3x5 lined note cards.
As fate would have it, however, a bomb explodes beneath the bridge, derailing the train. Everyone on board is killed in the explosion.
What does he think he is, Ra's al Ghul?
I know. Everyone but Alan Scott. Alan awakes and finds a strange emerald lantern resting near the wreckage. Now the green flame of life flares for a 3rd time, granting the gift of power to Alan Scott.
And your subconscious fear of wood.
Wood, Jerry. Wood. Following the lantern's instructions, he cuts away a small piece of the lamp and molds it into a ring.
Why isn't the ventriloquist his greatest enemy?
That dummy. The Flame of Life instructs that in order to effectively wield his power, he must charge his ring with energy from the lantern once. Oh, this is where the 24-hour BS started. Every 24 hours. With the fantastic new power under
Me, who never remembers to take their ADHD pills. That sounds like a nightmare.
I know. I'd be charging every 5 minutes. Be like, oh, okay, I'm good for 24 hours now.
Like, did I charge it? Ah, damn it, I don't know. Just blows up the whole earth because I charged it too much.
With fantastic new power under his command, Alan sets out to find Albert Decker, the man responsible for blowing up the trestle bridge. Glowing like a green phantom, he phases through the walls of Decker's office and forces him to take responsibility for the bridge's destruction. Moments after Decker confesses to his crimes, he falls away dead from fright.
Well, now.
Man,
that was a twist I bet you didn't see coming.
all I gotta say is, man, Undertakers, man, they were making a good living in the 40s. Undertakers and porn stars, man. Everyone was dealing with stiffs.
Hello.
Alan decides to use his newfound powers and tools to fight crime as a man of mystery. He becomes the Green Lantern.
Oh, you just gave me a flashback to Mystery Men. Ugh.
Yes.
Ugh.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
That is reserved for Shrek, first of all. You uncultured heathen.
You wonder why I'm so... Never mind, I'm not going to even say it. All right. Honing his newfound powers, Alan soon embarks upon another adventure. He attends the New York World's Fair. At the Cafe Condor, he sees a young woman preparing to shoot a man sitting at another table. Alan disarms her and takes her outside. The woman introduces herself as Irene Miller.
I hope that wasn't Matt's dad.
Oh,
looking for the Kingpin.
What? Oh, yes. The man she was prepared to shoot is a gangster named Murdoch. Irene explains that her brother Danny once belonged to Murdoch's mob, but decided to quit the organization and go straight. Oh, please. How bad is that Murdoch mob? They're just looking for chicks.
Chicks, man.
It's the 40s. We can still call them chicks. But decided to quit the mob and go straight. Murdoch was resentful of Danny's decision, so he framed him for a drunken driving accident, which resulted in...
Dr. Strange, is that you?
Ooh!
Jeez, what is going on here?
Which resulted in the death of a pedestrian. What is this? A little
they cared. I'm just saying.
What is this? A little Hellfire Day that resulted in the death of a pedestrian?
Number one, Phil.
I know. Alan tells Irene that he knows a friend who might be able to exonerate her brother. Alan charges his ring and changes in the Green Lantern. He first stops at the state prison and finds Danny Miller to get his side of the story. He tells Danny that he will bring Murdoch to justice and clear his name. Later, Murdoch's thugs stage a riot at the fairgrounds, distracting some police officers, enabling some of his other goons the chance to rob the proceeds from the Hall of Music. Green Lantern arrives and chases after the thugs as they make their getaway. He causes their vehicle to crash, then interrogates one of the thugs. Again, Lilith. The criminals race back to their boss, Murdoch, and Green Lantern silently tails them. He discovers that Murdoch has been blackmailing a judge named Homer Wake in order to get permits to set up their racketeering operation at the fairgrounds. He also learns that Murdoch has kidnapped the judge's young daughter and is holding her captive. Murdoch believes that Wake is the reason why Green Lantern has been interfering in their affairs and sends a hitman to silence him. Green Lantern arrives at Wake's home and stops the thug from killing the judge. He then uses his ring to learn where Murdoch is holding Wake's daughter. Returning to the fairgrounds, Green Lantern finds the young girl inside a small room at the Perisphere. Murdoch arrives and the two get into a fight with each other at the top of the building. During the scuffle, Murdoch loses his footing and plummets to the ground below. Before dying, he confesses to framing Danny Miller, and Miller is freed from prison. Oh, he got the classic 40s death. He got killed and he confessed before he died. It wasn't him. You're muted. You're muted. As if anyone could put a muzzle on Lilith Hellfire.
I said, yeah, that's classic. I was just surprised you didn't say Martha. Why didn't you say that name?
It wasn't him. Deathbed. Again, classic 40s. Deathbed confession right before you get kicked the bucket.
What are you going to do?
You hit the pavement and you're still alive long enough to say it wasn't him. And of course, yes, this secret origin was reprinted in Last Days of the Justice Society of America. Yes, and this is based on the work of Bill Finger and Martin Nodell. It adapts the story originally published.
I always like to say noodle.
Hey-oh. She likes to say it. She doesn't like the. Never mind.
All
Yeah.
American Comics. Whatever happened to that?
All
book?
American Comics 16 and 18. Again, was that just like.
It
back
was
in the
Green
day?
Lantern's like original book or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
there used to be so much not diversity. There used to be so much like I don't know, so many more books that actually were like relevant that
So I
weren't all
guess,
just
like-
related to one character.
So I guess like back in the golden age, so what they just put out like these anthologies and just saw what characters took. Like Superman Action Comics #1. There was how many stories in that?
Yeah.
Anyone ever talks about it.
I mean, we still get anthologies, but they're very far and few between, and they're usually for like new talent showcases mostly now, and they hardly ever do that anymore either. I used to really look forward to those every year, and a lot of great talent came out of it. But the comic book world is so small now. It doesn't matter if it's indie, creator owned, or one of the big two. It's just the same names over and over again, and I don't know. I think that's probably why I'm so frustrated with comics right now.
It's the same people over and over.
And I love the people that I love. You got your Sadarskis, you got your McKays, you know what I mean? You got your Kellys.
Is that just like a money thing where it's like it's cheaper?
Yeah, it's a known factor. They have a fan base. You can expect certain things, but at the same time, it's just like I feel bad for the kids that are growing up right now that are actually like trying to get into comics because it is just the same thing over the same people on each side of the aisle. It was always a shock, like, oh my God, they got so and so to come to DC, or oh my God, they got so and so to come to Marvel. It's like a big thing, and I guess like I wouldn't use Bendis as an example because
I was gonna say
that's aged poorly, but like back in the day, it was like a real big, huge thing, and I think the Bendis thing probably has sunk the boat on that.
Oh yeah.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, they hired him on their own accord and stuff, thinking that'd be great, but they gave him Superman. That was their first mistake.
These damn creators now wanting health benefits and stuff.
Well, no, and I'm okay with that. And I think that's probably the only way that they can really actually even make money. And that might be another reason why the rates haven't gone up and stuff. But the minimum wage hasn't gone up in 20 years. So, like, what are you going to do? You can unionize.
That's why these poor people are writing or drawing 20 books a month.
I mean, honestly, the more that I think about it, the more that makes sense. If you're a creative, you should be able to be paid a decent, livable wage.
Oh yeah, especially the popularity of some of these characters now.
And that's why I'm okay with like creator owned and stuff. Like that is definitely you make your bones on the big two, and then you go off and do your own thing. That's just kind of the cycle we're in right now. But I miss when like I don't think there'll ever be another big splash like Image Comics, things like that. You know what I mean? Like
there's just so
those
much.
Days are over.
There's just so much choice now.
So much.
Yeah, because before it was either Marvel or DC, and like other
or those little, if you happen to know where to look for like the little indie comics and stuff. But yeah.
But
yeah, that and Archie's.
Yeah, I had no access to anything except Marvel or DC, and then it was like, hey, here's a third choice, kids.
You kids should be reading alternative comics. One day, Phil will get off his butt and make it happen. So we'll talk to the creatives. I love supporting a good indie company.
That's right.
And it's not like we'll ever get freaking McFarlane, so.
No, I wish. Controversial.
Is he?
I don't know. He made some.
The most controversial thing about him is he's Canadian.
I saw people were up in arms a few weeks ago because I don't know. He was talking to somebody online and he said something about it's he doesn't make a lot of like female figures because it's like, oh man, these kids they get rewarded with toys. You think they want to go and get a girl toy or something like that.
Oh my, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all those damn anime statues of like Supergirl and Wonder Woman, people fapping off to. Hey, whatever.
I was gonna say, I think he's missing
that one Harley Quinn bust is like $500. I'm just saying, people are into it.
Oh my god!
You just have to find the right market.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if they made like a Power Girl statue out of like actuals like silicone or something?
They won't do it because they know.
Oh, they know.
They
But
already know the leches that would enjoy that a little too much.
Oh, okay. They know that we know, but they don't want us to know that they know.
I'm sure some Japanese businessman has already commissioned one.
I'm sure there's a real doll floating around out there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if I looked on Pornhub long enough, I'd find it.
Power Girl real doll. Oh my God.
Hold on, let me just give me.
Oh my God.
Where's my incognito browser?
Let me switch to the server farm.
Exactly. Let's activate VPN and go. Okay, continue, Phil. I'll let you know if I find anything.
All right. Well, here you want me to lay down the homework? So
yes, give the kids their homework.
All right, we're not gonna have time to get feedback in, kids, but yes, next time we'll be covering Secret Origins 31, the secret origin of the entire Justice Society, and JLA Secret Files and Origins #1, which will give you kind of the super secret origin of the JLA. Because in 2 weeks, come back here for part 1 of a 2-part crossover with Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. We'll be doing JLA 1 and 2 here, and then the next day on Sector 2814, you'll hear JLA 3 and 4. So yes, kids, both episodes, you'll get me, you'll get Lilith, and that madman himself, Mr. Will Allred.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
But Hal Jordan's not in the story.
Okay, hate to break it to you, yet there is a Power Girl sex doll.
I knew there had to have been one. I knew it.
Although she's only a C cup, so I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe you got to pay. Maybe you got to pay.
Yeah,
for
you got it. I think that's the base model is C cup. I don't think I've ever seen like anything lower than a C cup.
Oh my! Oh please, if you're that much of a freak, are you going to pay for a doll with less than a C cup? Come on.
I don't know. No kink shaming. Everybody likes something different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm that kind of freak.
Poor Charlie.
Oh my!
Well, that's what you get for not listening to the other podcast, Charlie.
That's right. You should listen to this side of the street too, Charlie Esser. Come on. Oh wait, ambush bug, ambush bug, ambush bug. Let me.
Oh, we've said it 6 times. He's definitely gonna hear this some way, somehow.
It's like Candyman.
We're doing me now.
All right. So, anything else? I gave the homework. So.
No. I think we're all set.
Yeah, kids, in 2 episodes. Yeah, crossover. Lilith, me, and Will.
I promise to be on my worst behavior.
Yes. Be great if I can drag Matt Conan here too, but I don't know if he's ready yet.
Oh, we miss Kona.
I do miss Kona. Me and Will every week we're like, man, we miss Kona.
Do a Picard podcast. Rope him back in.
Oh, he was like he's behind on a bunch of the Marvel stuff, but he's like, I saw Spider-Man No Way Home, and I guess he watched the first episode of Moon Knight.
Oh well, if you scroll up, probably I think.
Oh yeah,
Capes 253.
No, I think it's 255. Love, come on.
255. Oh my god.
That's right.
Well,
kids.
we kind of recorded out of order a little bit, so.
Yeah, so 255 kids. We'll be talking the first episode of Moon Knight, and we're on the road to 269.
Hey-o.
Get ready, Lilith. All right, so yeah,
I think we're going to talk about Supergirl sex dolls. I think that'll be the topic.
Oh, nice. Who wants to test drive? Maz Yin.
Only $2,500. That's pretty cheap.
Oh my! Lilith has one.
Again, that's the base model. So.
Lilith has the Joe Manganiello one in the back room. Come on.
Joe Manganiello can get it. Back to Google I go.
All right, Joe Manganiello or Chris Evans?
Oh, there has to be a Chris Evans one. I have no doubt.
No, I'm saying personal choice. Which one would you get?
Joe Manganiello. I'm not really into blondes.
Oh, I'm sure you get. Oh, please, I'm sure you for pay that much you can get a different hair color.
Joe Manganiello can get it.
All right, kids. So yes, send your thoughts and pretty much everything we talked about.
Anything goes.
Hey-o. As you found out, email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Unlimited Justice on Facebook, on Twitter. That's right. Join the Justice League Justice Society fan group on Facebook. Find links to all the various social medias for all the many shows we do. Again, go to the YouTube channel. Every episode gets a video, whether it's a regular episode or creator interview. Everything gets a video, and so never miss an episode. Go smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
Hey, are you talking to us or that Joe Manganiello love
Mind your business.
And of course, most important, go if you can. Please subscribe to the Patreon. $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including Mr. DG Chichester every month.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
Chichester chats.
The worst superhero movie brackets of all time. We will find the worst superhero movie.
What's the next matchup?
Krista and I were talking. We were saying since we did all the Marvels, should we pit the 3 Marvel finalists against each other?
Yeah, I think that's how it's gonna go, and then we do the.
Maybe we'll move to DC. So, man, we came in and out. If we want people to subscribe, we can't even say who the Marvel semi-finalists are, right?
Right, we can't.
So, but just know, yeah, the 3 will go head to head, kids. All right, so yes, subscribe there or get yourself some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch, because come on, kids, love dolls don't buy themselves. Come on, give Lilith the gift of
give Lilith the gift of love.
Give Lilith the gift of safe love.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels. So.
You find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, #1 fan of artificial love. Where can people find you?
If you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs and see just how it's not safe for work, so just know that. At Lilith Hellfire on Twitter, at Lilith Hellfire 69 on Instagram, and obviously at Lilith Hellfire 69 over on the TikTok. But I actually don't have a spicy FYP, so it's pretty generic.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Do them both!
Hey-oh!
Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
And love dolls.
Well, you have to clean it out. You have to pull it out to clean it out too. So you know.
Hey-oh!
You know, you know.
I love how this was going to be the classy show. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Next week, Secret
It's out of my
Origins.
system, so when we finally do get a guest, I can be a serious actor.
Oh, thank God JMD Mateus wasn't here this week. All right, Secret Origins 31 and JLA Secret Files and Origins #1 next week. And then in 2 weeks, that big crossover. The first arc of JLA, New World Order.
We're talking about wrestling?
And it'll chock full of Batman. Until then, come back for some justice.
Unlimited justice. Get some.
Please
outrageous.
Please drive through.